Hello, hello, welcome back. I am Wendy Joe, and this is The Crazy Life. You can follow us at hashtag The Crazy Life all over the different platforms. I'm so glad you're here today. We are going to be diving into social media and how to build your business on social media. I've been talking a lot with my team and with my followers about adapting during this crazy time that we've got going on right now. And so I really wanted to dive into how to grow your network marketing business on social media. We're going to really dive into Facebook and Instagram because those are kind of like the go-to for people right now. A lot of people do use LinkedIn. People are learning to use TikTok to build their business, but I want to focus on Facebook and Instagram today. We might dive into the others later. I'm probably going to break this up into a couple of different videos because there is a lot to cover. So bear with me, but I think this is important because I see so many people out there trying to build on social media, trying to grow their business on there because we are having to adapt. And so many people just have no idea how to do it. And so we're going to really kind of cover some basics here, and then we're also going to dive into some deeper things as well. So one of the things that I think is the most important about social media, I think it is the most important thing about building on social media, is you have to be consistent. You have to show up every single day with your face and you have to be consistent about it because you have to stay in front of people for them to remember you. There's a lot happening on social media, and there are lots of people out there, and you want them to connect you with your product or your value that you add. It doesn't have to always be all about the product either. So the first thing is just you have to be consistent. And so if you're going to jump into this, you need to, it doesn't have to be some sort of a crazy written plan of I'm going to post at, 3, 6, and 9, or, at 10, 12, and 2, or whatever. It doesn't have to be like that fancy. I'm a mom of 5, so my life is always crazy. You never know if I'm going to post, like 2 times a day, 3 times a day. You do know you're going to get a lot of stories out of me. I tell my stories a lot, and that is because, and I've covered this before, facts tell, stories sell. And so people connect with you through those stories, and that is what builds your base. It builds followers, it builds potential customers, it builds all of that together. And so you have to show up. You have to show up consistently, and you have to show up and tell your story. So yes, I sprinkle in things about my products here and there, but my main focus in showing up is just connecting with people. I want people to see what's going on behind the scenes in the crazy life. I want them to know that we're remodeling our house. We just built the deck that's out there. We've got all of these different things going on. And so they come back to see, okay, well, where are they on the bathroom remodel? Did she tackle the whole, tiling the shower by herself today, or did she wait for Matthew? Like all of those types of things. And so you want to be consistent in your connecting. The second thing I want to tell you is don't make it all about the product. Actually make it less about the product. Whatever it is you're selling, whether it's real estate or insurance or, health products or skincare or whatever, don't make it all about the product. Make it about adding value. Make it about your life and sprinkle in the product. You'll hear me talk about this a lot. There are a couple of companies out there that train their brand partners or associates or whatever they call them to literally post multiple times a day, and they're all posting the same thing. And it's, I need 10 people to try this. I need 5 people to do this. Who wants to do? It's constant, or it's a constant giveaway. I'm giving away $1,000. First of all, I know that person themselves is not giving away the $1,000 if you comment and tell them your favorite color. But it creates this idea that, well, I can't do that. I don't have $1,000 to give away. That's not duplicatable to me. That creates that thought, that idea in there. And so then people don't want to join you because they're like, well, that's great for you, but I can't give away $1,000. I can't give away a Louis Vuitton, those types of things. And so don't make it constant spam. The third thing, don't cold message people. Just don't do it. I hate cold messages. I hate them because it tells me the only reason you connected with me was because you wanted to sell me some product or you wanted me to join your team. The only reason I would ever cold message somebody is to say, hey, I saw that you love remodeling campers too, and I wanted to connect with you. I love what you did with your camper. That's the kind of a cold message I can wrap my head around and be like, yes, do that, because it has absolutely nothing to do with my business at all. Sorry, my son, I was going to pause that, but he just freaked out in there for a second. This is the crazy life, remember that. So my cat is trying to drink the leftover of my shake that I just drank, and yeah, it's always crazy. So number one, be consistent. Number two, don't make it, all about the products. Stories are what sell. Stories are what connect people. Get into your stories. Number three is don't cold message people unless it's about something that you have in common, as opposed to, hey, you want to try my product? That's just, don't do it. The next thing is going live. You need to go live. You need to do it a lot, because that lets people inside of your head. It's spontaneous. It is more fun. And yes, it's scary. And the scary things are the things that help grow your followers. They help grow your fans. There's another podcaster out there that I love to listen to, and she just did a couple of podcasts recently about having super fans and the value of super fans. And super fans are people that are like, oh my goodness, she posted, I've got to listen, I've got to share, those are super fans. And if you can have 100 super fans, you can grow your base, your customers, your followers tenfold, 100-fold, because you have those people that are super dedicated to you. And so, these things, I know it's pretty basic, but it's so important that you understand going into this, the basics of social media marketing, because if you get on there and you do it all wrong, you're going to have people unfollow you, unfriend you, block you, and they're not going to pay attention. You're not going to get interaction on your posts because you're just trying to sell them something, okay? So social media is just that, it's social. You need to be connecting with other people, and you need to be, making new friends. And so the next video I'm going to talk about the clam method. So if you may have never heard of the clam method, but it is what I use. I love it. I have made so many incredible friends that way, and many connections for business that way. And so I want to talk about that, as well as some other things as we go into this. But so for the basics of social media, you want to figure out a couple of platforms that you like to work with, that you love, that you understand. If you don't know how to, navigate, then play around a little bit. And, everybody's going to do things wrong at the beginning. Probably. I would say most people, my first lives, even some of my lives now, are terrible. Like, they just are, but they're there. They are what they are. You love me, hate me. I may be too much energy for some people. I may not be enough energy for some people. It doesn't matter to me. Like, I am who I am. People are going to talk about you no matter what. And I think that's one of the biggest fears that people have getting on social media is, oh, people are going to talk about me. They're going to say, oh, she's doing one of those things. And who cares? Who cares? People are going to talk anyway, so you might as well let them, the rest of the world that actually cares about what you're doing, see what you're doing, and those people that are going to talk about you anyway, they can just unfollow you. Doesn't matter. So those are the tips I have for you today. So, if you're going to build on social media, you have to be consistent. You've got to get into your stories, tell your story. Facts tell, stories sell. That is so, so important. The third thing, trying to remember all the things I told you now. The third thing is don't cold message people. Don't do it. So don't cold message people. And then the fourth thing is you've got to go live. You've got to go live. one of the things that I love about going live is you just never know what's going to happen. And sometimes that adds an element of excitement to everything that's going on. So be adding value constantly to people. And as you add value, they're going to come back to you to see what else you have to say, what else is going on. And I think that's it for today. I'm going to go into the clam method on the next video. And then I'm also going to talk to you guys about groups and really dive a little bit deeper into what my social media marketing has really looked like, because I have built almost my entire business on social media, almost all of it. All my customers, all of my network or my business partners, everybody, like it's all come through social media. And, I think if you do it right, it can be super, super effective. If you do it wrong, you can think, oh, this doesn't work. And it doesn't work if you don't do it right. So that's the important part. But I hope this helps you guys. Stay tuned for the next video coming out, which is going to be on that clam method, and we'll talk more soon.